Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be an update for Project Level Up. Project Level Up was created by Sophie Alexandra, which, by the way, congratulations to Sophie on the birth of your baby. I did see if you're watching this video, that I'm in labor go up on my feed, which is so exciting. I hope you had a speedy and safe delivery. Project Level Up is a project Sophie created a couple of years ago now, and it kind of combines all of her favorite eyeshadow panning projects in one. Kind of like Pan That Palette, kind of like Pan Those Eyeshadows, kind of like No Pan Left Behind. In level 1, you randomize or choose if you want to, but I randomize a palette, and for level 1 you use every single shade in that palette one time and you try and hit one pan. For level 2 you use every single shade in that palette 2 times and hit 2 pans, and so on. Domino, why are you such a troublemaker? He's knocking things off my shelf over there, if you hear that. I do have a pan or 25 use goal, which you guys know I really struggle to hit pan in things, so I'm kind of leaning towards 25 uses. It will depend. If I hit pan, but if it's 25 uses, then that is fine with me. But I do currently have my level 1 palette and my level 2 palette in rotation, and I'm going to share those with you today. My level 1 palette is actually a BYOP. I did have this on my spinner wheel because I just thought that would be fun. Caitlin Costello had that on her wheel in one of her projects, and I really struggle with using not only my singles. He just thinks he's the star of today's show. I've been filming for a little while and he's just keeps getting all up in my business. What are you doing? That's Domino. He's a menace, but we love him. So for level 1, I did get BYOP. I randomly generated, good gravy, 9 eyeshadows, both magnetic singles and individual shadows, and this is what the palette looked like when I rolled it in. And this is what the palette looked like last time I updated you. And at this stage, I had used every single shade, but I was waiting to hit pan or meet my usage goal on one shade. So at that point, I did roll in my level 2 palette in my last update, and I'm happy to say we will be rolling out this palette, and this is what it's looking like today. I was focused on the center shade, which is Makeup Geek Unexpected. It is a matte mauve shade, not a lot of pigment left on it. I don't know if it has expired or what, but it does have quite the dips going in here, and I have used that shade 25 times now. That was my main focus, but just quickly I will go through each of the shades. I used Coastal Scents, I think this is Cornflower, yes, Cornflower Blue. I used that one time. MAC Nylon I used one time. Fantasy Cosmetica Frederick I used 2 times. These 2 individual shades, I forget what they were, I'm awful. I used one time each. Unexpected I used 25 times. I used M Cosmetics Hawaii one time. I used this black and this gray, both from Ofra Cosmetics, 2 times each. So I'm very happy with the usage I got on my singles, and I'm happy to be putting this palette away and really start focusing on my level 2 palette, which is the Tarte Tartelette Toasted palette. I focused on this palette a lot in 2023, a little bit towards the beginning of 2024, and then I just really needed a break from this palette. This palette does have 3 pans already, but for level 2 I need to use every single shade in this palette 2 times, including the ones with pan. So this is another thing that's good with this project, is that you're not completely neglecting eyeshadows that you've already hit pan on. So every single shade 2 times, and then 2 of the shades to hit pan on or use 25 times each. I will insert the clip of what this palette was looking like when I rolled it in. And then this is what the palette is looking like today. I have successfully used every single shade 2 times so far since rolling this in, which was, my goal really was to just 1 time each, but I did hit 2 times each on everything. The 2 shades I'm focusing on, we have Crackle. This is not my favorite shade. I do find it a bit patchy, and I don't like the matte with the glitter particles in it. The glitter kind of buffs away to nothing, but in using it the 2 times for No Pan Left Behind, it is so powdery and crumbly. I feel like that is honestly my best bet at maybe, hopefully, hitting pan, which would be amazing. I already have 3 pans in this palette, as I said. I would love to see more. And I'm also focusing on Latte down here, which is more neutral leaning than Cashmere, which was kind of my other option. This one's very warm peachy. Latte is still most certainly a warm brown, but it's not too orangey or too peachy that I can still wear more neutrals with this shade, if that makes any sense at all. So I have used Crackle 6 times so far. I've used this palette as a whole 6 times since rolling it in, and I have used Latte here 5 times. So my goal with these is either 25 uses each or pan, as I said, and the only other shade I have used more than twice is Cashmere here. I have used that shade 3 times. So I'm still going to be getting obviously a ton of usage on this palette. I need to use it at least 20 more times minimum, and we'll see what this palette is looking like. I have been really enjoying using this. It still has that like sweet smell. I don't know if it's vanilla or what, but this is performing just fine, just as it always has. The shimmers are really not my favorite in this palette. I find them a bit lackluster. I do like Candle and Sunrise as inner corner highlights. They're more subtle and the lighter shades in here, but this column here I just don't particularly love. But I am enjoying using this. It's pairing really well with eyeshadows I have in other projects, so I'm happy to continue to work on this. I was considering rolling for level 3 as I have met my 2 uses per shade goal, but I think I will do that next time. I would like to get maybe 10 more uses on my 2 focus shades before rolling in my level 3 palette, just so I don't get too overwhelmed. But this is the palette I'm going to continue to work on before rolling in level 3. Level 3 is typically where I get stuck. It's where I got stuck last year as well, but so far so good. I'm still loving this project. I would love to be someone that can do Pan That Palette, but I think this project is enough of a challenge for me and proves to me that Pan That Palette is just not for me. I struggle to use the same palette every single day, and I struggle to hit pan. So I'm happy with rotating them out after the 25 uses and moving along, rotating through more of my palette collection, touching more of my palette collection. That just feels really good to me in this moment rather than hyper focusing on one palette for an entire year. Project Level Up allows me to hyper focus on a palette for a short time and then roll in something else, if that makes sense. So this is a bit of a short and sweet update, but I did officially complete level 1 and I am trucking along on level 2. I'm happy that I've already met my usage goal on each shade. I wasn't expecting that for this update, to be honest, but I've just been reaching for this very often, which is such a good sign for me. And now I just need to use this palette like 20 more times and use my focus shades each time. I feel like that's completely doable, especially for going to work looks. Are you doing Project Level Up? Do you have an easier time hitting pan than I do? I love chatting with you guys in the comments. Give me your feedback below. If you are doing this project, let me know what level you are on. I think that's really interesting. I know some people are just blowing through the levels and I'm so jealous of them. That's enough rambling for me. Man, I can make a short video long just by continuing to talk. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!